afa na sana ni abusuapanyin so akofile ono so ni case o GhPage ti that lumba he sama twentwen no papa wonya ye abusuapanyin new nanum asem with your kolokolo in ears ensem ehumeenua ensem there is a lawyer no so di echire no so di ejayo he na wotie backup singer bi ono so we echire so he why na abusuapanyin to sack ye tu ne da na ono de so pese ohun se ye tu na ye ntu no a mode abusua pa akoso abusuafo no abusua fie wono ne ye tu no a ye si no tu no no enye social ni media so no wotere dise ba bia mbeti bia momontungu because ono de oye forgone for buy ya sakibo wonya abusuapanyin
no ese amanfo pie ka se wonya abusuapanyin se
muntia
ntumo no sansa ma woti bia wano ye homo se se ya abusuapanyin ya tuno abusuapanyin de ya tuno me mama hino amanfo pie ya tuno ye wo mu ni se ya abusuapia ya wo pa akoso
aha
eho ene ya abusuapia
okay
Piao. So case dia ya wase ka wona yeso de ba. Ye social media.
Piao.
Sem so jao si YouTube.
Abusuya memo wakwa baba Ghana update. Mesre so be like video no e de amamenadofo. Chese Abusuapanin to sack and adofo chese eye injunction on the court to head at the lumba and celebration so or say enyade obema e mama akusha bempoma and nature say mama akusha say wa mo celebrated at the lumba it is hard or the injunction ababeto ebeto dwa na nkrofo enti ase beble no eno na nam so much say new Abusuapanin say ye to sack dia enyade ono so obehwe na chese ono injunction on the court to celebration so no akoso nti ono so application access or the could be more quarter na ke wo say ene na say judge any lawyers no mo transe na say nkamu nka asem no ene Abusuapanin to park enya de otumi ebepie mo court one ne lawyers for no san say court class afi na new Abusuapanin application no de buy no o ma behwehwem na mo hu nsem e wo mansa na omde mboae de able omotu date na de ahyeda on the 14th of next month mo na no na chese na beble na ebisa new Abusuapanin ne say ano ono na new Asu-Ekuona abusua na say de esan say omate say Ex-Tupac say chinchina twa no de yentu ne eno de tu dwa say baby pa akoso an abusua fie no de benti na to sack number honom no mbeka say yentu no honom na abusua fie honom ahemfie no say to sack eba honom na say omoka asem omba ho amomo nka asem bia ye dia ena hwie enche say an oda so Asu-Ekuona abusua nti se ne omonim se omatu no omatu na dofo sei ena ye new Abusuapanin so ototo de ma ye Ex-Tupac nsema na omudi bisa no na no na chese timlega wife na bia ba betu dwa omo ka say ni na nsema ya akwakotwetwan ba ni na ye Abusuapanin asisi akwakodu sambre we ya bibli na edwin say that the lumba nsem de from na so still investigation ma mi akusha mpoma investigation opese omonye that the lumba de ekunu opese ohun de ekunu arofo ye be ko ni akoti nsem no meso so betre wa adwin comment section
breaking news where ye Abusuapanin to sack versus new Abusuapanin brefo kwabana brefo abusua sesi ame no ka say de makwa pie mu e Accra High Court en ye jetu ato bogobogobogo ai en ye de Abusuapanin to sack em say wan pie wono ai date no omo agenda to next month on the 14th ampo no enkrobo no e be shasi obi bi say star cause enade be bi me ka say minka ano etwa ano esi ye mini afa na sana ni Abusuapanyin so akofile ono so ni case o GhPage ti that lumba he sama twentwen no papa wonya ye ema ye no bi asomu andwe ye nyai kasa na concern ye edi afiti ano pa go si anwumere ahomache abusua bo si edi oba betie Abusuapanyin new nanum asem with your kolokolo in ears ensem ehumeenua ensem there's a lawyer no so di echire no so di ejayo he so far so good walk so one evangelist papa si na wotie backup singer bi ono so we chiro so hey why na Abusuapanyin to sack ya tu ne da na ono de so pese ohun se ya tu na ye tu no a mo de abusua pa akoso abusuafo no abusua fie ho no ye tu no a ye si no tu no no enye so se ne media so na wo kire ji ba bia mbeti bia mo ntungu because ono de oye forgone for buy ya sakibo wonye abusua panyin na adetie ya ayi na nanom I invite you omo die tente ombeko omo de ombeko esanso omo de omo respect amamre ebu amamre enti adetie invitation yi wo omo beko abusuafo me pa cho me next video bra na betie abusua panyini kwabana brefo ene na lawyers a omo trachire hey osi abusua panyini to sack sana wodi ovidas ya dem a wokra che was away boss asam na aye critical ti ha bi o
Tupac is a story in too
Abusuapanin the new Abusuapanin Ekuona Abusuapanin asam na woka che Ekuona Abusua ne Ghana fo yina ye be kan se obi anyi kom obi anyi di
piao
okay a lawyer for no woka because in there back court na if he say asam no obi mi through you know me say afi no masaka any application here by said the lawyer did that kind court in the share on the 14th May. Apart from no, it's a man for the case of Abusuapanin. Muntia. Sans some OTB, I want you on say. Say Abusuapanin, Abusuapanin to name minimum. I'm a for you only say Abusuapanin, I walk across. Any Abusuapanin.
Okay.
Piao. So case dia I want to so the ba. Social media.
Piao.
So the buying you dia na nsindia woni.
No question.
So court am makwanya say o mon kono mko ye 1 year celebration am be ya na. So court makwanya. Eno ye hwe.
Osi eno ne ye hwe.
Okay. Ye meka any say sansem no ensema.
Lawyer abam.
Meka se munyanto wase.
No correct.
Si bia me papem no e be ma omanfo am.
Sa.
Nya kwanya makoto ya na omoyam show mo asem na waka kire Ekuona Abusuapanin the fans na chitafo ni na no bia ye mo nhwehwe no sabi nye social media said Abusuapanin kan nye social media ni di Abusuapanin
ti ha
any di Abusuapanin
no correct
abusua de nhwehwe ya to from etu Abusuapanin to pa
thank you
say no Ekuona abusua a ewo
paposo
amamre kwan so no Abusuapanin kwabna brefo any esi na Abusuapanin
no question
no mo bia e ma ni ye mo nhwehwe no bia e be fine they say open Abusuapanin na Abusuapanin kwabna brefo ene Ekuona Abusuapanin e wo pa akoso ni nsuka
what
e mo nhwehwe no
what
okay
but Tupac is a story in too
and the abusuafo na the breaking and the news eda ho kre muhu with my kolokolo in IC and I won't there I can't see my eyes so can you see your eyes? Can you see your eyes? Can you see your eyes? Abusuafo na ne asem na aye critical. Was enye social na media yi so ene yesi Abusuapanin na yesen tu Abusuapanin no. Enti se abusuafo amerwafo yi wo mo aka abomu aya mamra afolo amane so a atu to sack de ya. Eni onkenkeda. Asem na ye critical. Ne senti no ene me ye sure say Abusuapanin X ma press conference ensu anwumere. Me ye sure say anya hye no ma me fo na ano no mokotena ase no. Ba akokra de awie ka. Was it Jamadad Lumba the classmate? Eh, mami sweet the baako. Abusuya every minute be na sweet so na manu. Acha! Enye easy more de. Me ba cho ene shema obi nsanka bi. Me din Enesta ko sports and classic.
Omumientie odie emra me say eye new Abusuapanin me kira Dad Lumba omu new Abusuapanin na omu ayi no was opesa court case no obeka ho bi entiane omu court no odofo de nsem bi atodwa o say me kira nsem kirofo no ebusa ne say enenam social media no say we social media Abusuapanin ne mpo no ye pa akosofo ana Ekuona Abusua no enyu ono na ye a new Abusuapanin o say se Kofi usu ye bema eye pa akoso ho eho ana Abusua edan no ana Abusua fie no ewo enti so ye bema omra ho no meyi ne nsama no no onya social media because social media no ento aduane amu omu ni mum yenkwai ni yenkotie new abusuapanyin no enya sam ketwa muntie no
se obi ani ko ye ni di ehwe a lawyer for no moka because in the back court na if he say ke asem no obi ti agree no me then say happen no masaka any application here by say the lawyer di ka kai court in the share on the 14th May. Okay, apart from no, I say I'm a foot because we nya Abusuapanin say ko Abusuapanin ye nyuntum no. Sansa ma oti bia wano ye ho ne say. Say ye Abusuapanin ye tu. Abusuapanin ye tu. Me ne mama hin. Am for bi say tu. Ye o mu ni say ye Abusuapanin fia ye wo pa so. E ho ene ye Abusuapanin. E won ye tu. Abusuapanin. So case dia ye was e won ye so de ba. Ye social media. Sense some so gina was you tu. So the buying fee odia na nsimbi e won ni. So na say court e makonya so Abusuapanin abana brefo afa le say opeso be join the case no he say ono ne Abusuapanin of the Ekuona family of Pakoso and say no e court na omode ni process na kire e de kire court no the court na say nyame boa 14th of May baba ba tie asem na wodi ni muaye aba so manager any case no so manager any free from that day no court no be my dafofo na ya baba take directions for trial it's in ananity hour but we the cancel yanti bia say so
na trese
but AK bibia no hono bibia within the normal Abusuapanin JC bia alaja Abusuapanin JC ana say Abusuapanin AK dia sempa AK dia sempa ani yente say bia mbeba pim side makoy celebration for me akosia sewa celebration of mame akosia sewa assembly dey say court my injunction say mo bia celebrate that number program a course no you need say obi ka hu that number onye power say and a court and she say mo bia enkoso nye any other program bia ope to bia say it's no this is the first time I met to say this are some of your court it's no case of court no it's just simple whether or not after the end of the case no court remember defendants no fine I'm a program I'm a some way and I'm some way need my court into my train so for the moment I'm a so I na it's no and no need to so Abusuapanin come na before falling emotion court and about determined because you will trust
ene odofo eye lawyer ene mechira ye Ekuona abusua no mechira Ekuona abusua kronkono mechira mama China omu lawyer ena na kasai ebiem so new Abusuapanin ena mote ne nka no wo se chesansam chira ne busan se ye fra Abusuapanin kwabna brefo eho ena obusan se AK de no se da bi o me de me ni AK ma me fa Tupac antomeso ma me fa GhPage antomeso aka diasempa udimbe de ewo wiase ti papa no ne de no ni Abusuapanin no ne de ye papa diasempa aka diasempa enya Tupac Shakur ebiam so no eye lawyer no wo se eye new Abusuapanin no wo mu de akwakoto court na anim se ono na peso oginam se new Abusuapanin na yayi nti ensem bia no wonu ene bedi animu omu de akoto court na nim court no atuo ma shadanti sada ni duru na court no grant new Abusuapanin ya kirese bibia ba ya jojo ebiam so no eye new Abusuapanin de to amasante tenso ana kasa o kasa ene se eye yen Ekuona kirese Abusuakuona na ya himfie pa akoso ahimfie ana ye Tupac Shakur enti se Tupac Shakur ewon sembia on famra himfie no onya ise ogina social media to ayampia se odaso ye Abusuapanin wono ne de kirese new Abusuapanin na ekase yo ono ndi oka ni pikanta se o ma boni bogus o ma bo Tupac Shakur me kira ex Kofi ex Abusuapanin ya boni bogus amana koto gatem ento ankara no mpado no amra to be ma no so sim obo esia amra pakoso no amra bekeka ensem we no nya social media na ojina eto ayampia no 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 new abusuapanyini ono no ye abusuapanyini chese court ho no na abusuafo ni nyina di na chi o abusua na omukotu Tupac shako egu ye no omu nyina di na chi ebonise eboni samra ne ye new abusuapanyini enti we de order for kakra si wo court ho enam de bramu yi chese new abusuapanyini wa bekasa mema so pa ose Tupac e wo bema bra pa koso ahimfie bra Ekuona busuafie na bra beke kasa ayam chese ayam piasam na otu no media ne so no fabra because wo no wo mabusua no wo ni media ne so omu opa koso omu Ekuona busua no omu opa koso enti bra na beto ayam pia because am lo afo na omu tu no obi wo ho a oni phone onyu so phone social ni media no kro ni so enti sa ayam pia na ogina ha hoto no obi ante enti brai bromani o bema said wakunkon men no waso a o men no bra France Ekuona ebusuanim ana bra pa koso na be akakabensam beka chom se yentu no mbe kire o kafia ewo ho
maami akosi abrempoma ekasa mamere ho pam ohima sheden wate yen ma ye do de still no matter what ye do pam na enya yase wankasa wonue wa free mu na yen kire baabi a emu no eya oze are ho pa we wo kana wo kire ma bi mo se omonte ase yen ni di maami atem ye fere ni munye fom yen ke kansem bone emobobo na numu nsem like well let's solve the issue the problem maame no wo enemy no mienu ye wo ene say was your person ohun adekode a dam so ni nua be ma no efri mu se mo mane hu ye wate ase 20 billion on fan koye de on fan kosi awowa before answer omode emuaye aman wanya ne senti no matam akwakosie ba bi so omusie no so a montre no so akwakoye ohaw na no se Kofi Lumba o kama ame Faustina Fosu no aneba omode hye baabi a na maame amesa yededa no no na se yasie no okoye okotena ho ene ne maame di nkomo na efe keke ebrechira saa na etie hwe na anu adwempanyene na yire Becky just na ninka kra no akotena no asu ni kunna no asan no abafie saa na baabi a etie na chire baabi a ni dua bere ma no chese wa free mo baabi a musie do so mon chire no so amosi kekao ye nchire no arewo enti saa baabi a mon pese mo be chire no na eno na se chire enesen wei ode kokota enkosi aka obo hudu ambeka se Kristo ni so ena obodue nyame bekasa obaapa cheden wate nyame ebekasa we kan we say die ben be chirem ene ye de okokot ene ye kokase ene ye nyame bekasa mo bibie no se mre ye ninka so ampa eno se eteni openso kan ye no emre ye ninka so medi ne sa kosma
ko school a omuni momra ene we beji no o be fe me no ye diminim asaye ko because one asem ne say Lumba case enye ordinary person case your public opinion and for church or madrin e ne so it say ye nyina obi star ewu ne se star no owu ye no ye konye yie na ebusuafo so aba out kasa ye hu ye de hye ne bebi esie no and we used to have to add our voice to it this na be yankofo ne grievances are omo their plight will be heard no enu ntime man kasa na ye nyina ye mbresa because etu obi ene atu obi ene na ya nkwa na ya ansove no ochime be bitima ye unua ochime be bitima ye obi foforo ye ti ha ene takwade girls nko girls ye ku wom ye hu wom biem yi Ghana fo ye di enkoda he takwade girls mo ti won se mo biem ti mo di ye mo se ko di nti ebeka why ebeka Internun na mobile ya mombe because some are Ghanaians more than us. That is what you people want to tell us. Say ebumi ya Ghana for saying into obi ka bibia ye ncheno but obi ka bibi de ebechene de ya Ghana ye tina say ye hwade. Me Jamaican say if some will say certain things and they'll go scot free yen share but obi beka similar thing na enu po nya said obi kan no ne ya be chine dia then you want to tell us that some are more Ghanaians than us our Ghana ha ebi mu ye Ghana for sen yen ebi mu to aba sen yen ebi mu vote sen yen ebi mu Ghana card ye ni bi ebi mu ayi voters ID ye ni bi inti no omo de omo na omo kasa ye gitum me vote you me ye Ghanaian pa me sa vote ye me sa NDC member pure me obi me fa me party eyin ente it's a denti na semesi na ye nyina ye pense mu ye pe no kware free mu na obi je ye be che no na obi je ye jana to enti ma nye adwuma. Equity is what we are looking for. Fairness, equality is what we are fighting for. We don't need any favoritism and any bias in any case biawa. Ya nepotism no. We are tired of it. We are tired of it. Ye nyina to aba. Ye nyina ye Ghana fo. Misuwe. Ye pam we fi ha me bebi amekom ye Ghana ni. Nti eba ne se na Ghana asem aba na ye nyina ye kan bie na afi ye chichi bi mutum wo na ye gya ebi mo. So the law should be fair and act on its ground. Fair. There should be equity. There should be equity and fairness in this case. Enough of the nepotism. Obi abeka se me de menum nsuo eye belakwa obi beka se me de menum nsuo eye vortic ani akoti vortic no awu nyina the same thing no nyina kan ye it weigh the same thing adan what is going on in this country then na ekoso no obi beka se me no belakwa obi so beka se me no vortic the obeka the same substance the same words na the wo mu o. It put the same energy, but you baba chiba kuni ejabako. Ne ban say na me kasi me no mo belakwa, no bi su kasi me no mo vortica. Onu no ya nche no na ya bechi we.
Good submission.
So this is my question. I didn't say what say sisa. Ye nyina ye Ghana fo, ebi mo nye Ghana fo nsi ebi mo. Ebi mo nto aba nsi ebi mo. Me to aba, de ogina ha to aba. Ye nyina to aba, ya nto aba nka ye nyi pani. Nti eba ne se ne nyina ti o man ni mu. Na afi obi ka eya yakoche no, obi ka bi dia yenkoche no. Nti no, mo mayen ti e ho asese si aga na no ya chiche mu. Ye wo omo ye Ghana fo. Akwa se
Good morning, Ghana police. My name is Weekway. I will be an annoying and a persistent pet. Do you know why? Because send a jina to say ye pese ye who what kill Lumba. I know Musimunti bidana you are trying to throw a whole injustice to ya see a pen who ye pese ye who no creno. No cry ye pen who into Marco Shua a car abetu nimpatriso. What is her crime? The crime in the say. Or say, Nipa ne was celebrating no, Ninchayansa oh no. Or your first suspect. Ebin see that. As the same thing that repeated itself our America. So yeah, one social media no so say ye follow case na about Ashley and the boyfriend, Joe Markin. Moko Tanzania, holidays. Bema ni proposal to girl no. The next day, ni parent eje enya phone caller. Almost omo baba na eden. Wawu. Abusuapanin say they don't buy that excuse that the boyfriend came to tell them. Therefore, do you know what? He is the first suspect. And our first suspect name ko danche yo. Almost omo pe autopsy. The same autopsy abrin poma ese ope. Because ni nua ba na yesi ni nua be ma na yesi we free mu. empefrum no montiase onte ne ho ase ntopese omoye autopsy na ohunu amosi brimpamaye nipa bonini brimpamaye bayfo no adan a opese ohun ade eku ni nuan because 3 days before omobe announce ni nuan wuo no oni ni nuan kasaye the same thing ena maame no so eka or say Ashley can never commit suicide onto me nko no ho da because ne ba no ne kasaye before sa report no mo de mama yentie case no me pese me yi video no nyesa TikTok will strike my video down nti mo de muntie kakra na mo hu sa asem na yete ha ye ka no nyesa dambi na yabo every citizen, every concerned citizen has a right to know the cause of a celebrity, a loved one, death. Okay? And then you say,
all right, this is an article from the BBC, which is one of the most renowned outlets. Okay, if they print something, you know it's facts. Okay.
Okay.
Now, they are saying in this article, Zanzibar police chief told the BBC that the couple were reported to have a misunderstanding, prompting the hotel management to separate them and put them into different rooms. Keep in mind, this is what the police told the BBC.
Okay.
Now, this is what is most important here in this long article. But in a statement to the BBC, the hotel did not confirm details of the case given by the police. Now, listen. We have told you in the past 2 or 3 videos how lax the police are in Zanzibar, in Tanzania.
Okay.
How easily they're paid off. Government officials, we told you that people from Africa have been telling us that. That's not coming from me, somebody who's North American. We're telling you there, and that's known. You could Google that.
People in Africa.
If the police are telling the BBC something, and the BBC goes back to the hotel management and says, can you collaborate this? And they said, no, we're not saying anything. We cannot collaborate that. That is telling you that the hotel knows that the police are not giving the BBC correct information. We have known since the beginning that there's something that we're not being told that's correct. We know that there's some sort of cover-up. Is it a cover-up from the police? Is it a hotel staffer? Is it Joe McCann? Y'all know I think it's Joe McCann. I think most of you do. But we know that there's some sort of cover-up here because the first story came out where she did this to herself, and then after Joe was being investigated, now we know he's being held. This is proof. Now, the hotel staffer is saying his own story, but the only person that has been consistent throughout this whole entire ordeal is the hotel. They are very, very limited in the information they're coming out with. For now, somebody who's been covering this case from the beginning, if you ask me, the only people that has been giving out consistent information is the hotel management. Not the staffer, not Joe, and not the police. And now we have the BBC confirming that. Now, let's go on to the autopsy report, which once again is very, very suspicious. And once again, coming from officials that could be easily paid off. An autopsy has now been completed in the unaliving of influencer Ashley Janae, but her family says the most critical answers remain out of reach.
Okay.
The update marks a significant step in the unaliving investigation, yet it has done little to ease the growing frustrations surrounding the case. Her father, Harry Robinson, told TMZ he recently traveled to Washington, D.C. in an effort to push U.S. officials to help establish communication with authorities in Tanzania, where his daughter was unalive. That reach out appeared to yield progress. Robinson said officials were able to make contact and the family was informed the autopsy was completed Tuesday. However, the relief was short-lived. The family has still not received the results. Why? Why can't the family, I understand not the public, but why can't the family get the results? Robinson, Ashley's father, says they have only been told the investigation...
Moncho, asam waya yasi yenti bidan. Baby, I sank because say Ghana police and I say Tanzania police. I'm on final reference saying results. And I saw more reports into whether a Ghanaian citizen, man been papa on po, yeah, can no. And so family ways to say there be. Even though the police have given the version, they don't buy it. Omo person who ya omo autopsy. Ghana way, autopsy is not a crime to request. You go no wrong to request for autopsy. Autopsy kakrana munti bidana bring pomabe biemo I about the word autopsy. Yam say be madano. Muntie, the same incident has happened. Ntamashe de place musu muntie bi. Na ye fa indicate ye ho. We should push passion away and start learning. 21st century na ye wono. We should start learning. Please. Obi ka cho se suade a na oni watem. Muntie biem.
Remains ongoing, leaving them in a holding pattern as they await the full report to determine their next steps. Once again, very, very limited information or confusing information coming out of Tanzania.
Okay.
Police giving information that can't be confirmed by the hotel. This is the police. Why can't the hotel confirm what the police are saying? And we have U.S. officials coming in, making sure that there's an autopsy, but I'm not sure if the U.S. officials can make them release it. There's still control that a country will have. A U.S. official can come in, I'm going to oversee, I'm going to make sure, but they can't make the rules in another country. So it looks to me, just my own theory, that Joe, his power and his money, which I'm going to show you later on, seem to still be holding up, even though we have an autopsy report and even though we have police reports. Now let's go over to the press conference where I'm going to add more fuel to this crazy fire. Take a listen.
First autopsy has been done by the police, okay? And the family, they say no. They want to do their own autopsy. Inti bring pomaka say, Abusuapanin ne oprega your autopsy. No say on jintum. A person one year new autopsy. She hasn't requested big thing. It's not a crime. It's her own right to do 50,000 autopsies to be satisfied before the body will be buried. Ghana for. Mama yensia. Na me the past Ashley case no about the right time. About right time to just give an insight of the cry of Mambrin Poma.
Like video no na share for my message or send any ID can over channel as well. I'm all learn if you subscribe. We are not on site to bell notification as well. Send a baby a video no sabe ka notification. Hey,